most of you know Steve Saletta and Nina Kelly, who were the previous acquisition chief and deputy chief, although we didn't necessarily use those titles. Nina left. That was hurt us, and then Steve Saletta left probably 1 week before Tina joined us, and I had hoped that there would be some overlap there so they can talk to each other. But Tina applied to a vacancy announcement for deputy chief of acquisitions or something. I don't know what word I call it. Okay, so we had a bunch of you also know Steve Bucciaroni. Mike Bucciaroni. Mike Bucciaroni was on the. This is why it should have been pictures instead of video. No one would ever have known that I got that name.
Oh, well, these are going to be bloopers, so these will be good bloopers.
So Mike Bucciaroni was a part of the hiring panel with me. He and Nan Abraham were a part of the hiring panel. So I'll admit to you that they had helped me with hiring some previous hirings a couple of months prior to that. And I think that they were, first of all, they did a great job. But there was some concern about the questions that I put on this thing, because there was one question in particular that nobody could get right. To include some people who are at the table now, but I won't call any names. Right? Names that rhyme with like Mon Me, for example, and Menlozes, for example.
You're right.
Olafano, some of these folks have been there. But I think that we did such a good job, though they were happy with the process. But I'll share with you that they would give me some really funny looks as we interviewed other candidates for this deputy chief's job. And they were, I think I was losing my reputation for being able to get good candidates.
Yeah, the waffle fries are coming right up.
All right, so there was a string of candidates whose resumes were pretty good, but they really, to be honest, did poorly during the interview. So I kept telling them, just hold on. And they accused me of planting Tina near the end, but I didn't. Just so happens that she was the last candidate that we interviewed for this vacancy. And I was confident that if she was anything like what was in her resume, that I could restore my reputation for selecting good people to come into the organization. So Tina just hit a home run right off the bat. Well prepared, well organized, didn't have any hesitation in answering any of the questions. Probably answered questions better than any of us on the panel, to include myself. So she did an outstanding job, and she did so well that I asked, we had an administrative assistant to Catherine White who was escorting all of the candidates in and out of the building. And I told her, I'm going to escort this person out, because I wanted to say to Tina, please don't take another job. If you are applying to other jobs, I'm owning up to something that I wasn't supposed to do that most people do. But I said to her, please don't take another job, because I knew that she would be the perfect fit for this job. And she has lived up to that and exceeded all of my expectations. I think most of you also know, many of you will know, about a month into the job, you don't know this part, but Catherine White came to me and said, you think we ought to cancel the advertisement for the chief position? Because Tina's ready to move into that job. So we quickly moved her from what was effectively the deputy's job into the chief's job. And then she doesn't know, but we also canceled the hiring a deputy for her. But she has done an excellent job for us. I think we would all agree. We'll probably hire a deputy right after you're gone. So it'll be much better for you. We've got an award for Tina, which I'd like to read. And then Tina, I'll ask if you would stand up here.